Welcome to the Dirt Court Jesters podcast, your home for dirt track racing across the country and right here in the Ohio Valley. This is Josh, and in episode 35, is USAC their own worst enemy? Local and national sprint car championships, Montpelier Speedway, and big races to come as the season draws to a close. I hope you guys are ready to get dirty. This week in Dirt Racing History, we're going to give you two. Since we missed last week, we're going to give you a double dose of TWIDR. On October 5th of 2014, Lucas Oil Late Models would visit Rome Speedway, and Scott Bloomquist would set quick time, win his heat race, and the feature to sweep the night. Scott Bloomquist with the win, Brandon Overton in second, and Chris Madden in third. And on October 9th, 1999, the Cal Expo State Fairgrounds, and the USAC Silver Crown, where Jimmy Sills would get the win. Tony Alley in second, and J.J. Yaley would round out the podium.
Let me talk to you!
This week's talking points, we're going to start with asking the question, is USAC their own worst enemy? I've had this in my notes for a while, and lo and behold, while we were off, Brady Bacon and Dason Pursley announced they're going full-time wing racing in 2025. This question comes after a conversation I had, which led me to believe that aside from the financial side of things, which certainly you got to have money to go down the road, but USAC may be playing favoritism with some of their drivers, which is a turnoff for those who don't fall in that category. The payout issues, which puts them more at a regional level, in my opinion, than a national level, coupled this with the possible favoritism that is going on. These are going to continue to be issues on both sides of the coin if they're not addressed. I don't know. I'm not inside USAC. I certainly don't want to believe it, but there's enough people that have talked about it to suggest that it's truly a problem. And financially, we know it is. Just comparing it to other national series, it's not close. Now, that said, USAC has started stepping things up. They've got Lawrenceburg coming up this week, and a nice $20,000 win race there. So that's a positive, and hopefully they can continue to take these things into 2025. Thankfully, USAC's got flow, but that's only going to get you so far. Concerted effort must take place this offseason to address any issues they may have internally, as well as the purses to make USAC attractive to drivers, not only to get them there, but to get them to stay. In my opinion, 2025 could be a make or break year for them. Carson Macedo's 86 points behind David Gravel, and I think he's still got a shot. It's a long shot. Gravel's been consistent this season, but that California swing really threw a wrench in things. Obviously, we know Carson Macedo got his second National Open victory, and 86 points. I didn't think we would get that close there at the midpoint of the season, but again, Carson had a good swing through California where David didn't have the best. 86 points that can be made up. I don't know that it's going to happen, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. And Brad Sweet, the Big Cat, has locked up his first high-limit full season championship, even though he went months without a win. We've learned consistency is key, and that is something Brad Sweet is very good at. Sweet's certainly going to be the favorite to win the high-limit championship in 2025. And crazy sprint car rumors are firing up. I've heard of a couple drivers that are supposed to be going full-time, specifically with the Outlaws in 2025. I can't say a whole lot other than if you listen to the recap, one of the guys in the top three is going full-time. I'm not sure that gives you anything to look into, but what the heck. Justin Peck is moving on from Busch Motorsports, and as we know, Dason Pursley will be taking his seat. And lastly, Tri-City Speedway in Illinois announces that they are returning to weekly racing in 2025. Great to hear this with tracks and promoters that recently have been announcing in 2025 they will not be coming back. Tri-City expanding to weekly racing in 2025 is certainly a welcoming addition. I want to give a shout out to Victory Fuel, from Throttle Punch to Lucky Lemon to the ever delicious Purple Potion. They've got 4 packs, 12 packs, and some cool merchandise. Get to drinkvictory.com and use the code GESTURES10 at checkout to save. Drinkvictory.com and use the code GESTURES10 at checkout to save.
Acknowledge me.
This week's race recap, it's going to be a lengthy one. I cut a ton of stuff out because, as you know, part of the reason we weren't here last week was because the weather sucked on the entire east side of the country. Everything got rained out. We were out of power for 3 days, got damage to the roof and all that great stuff. So we're back and at it. And as I said, as you're well aware, the crappy weather cut a ton of races out of this recap. Skyline Speedway was going to have the Harvest 50, but that was rained out and rescheduled for October 11th and 12th. On September 25th, Brownstown Speedway in Indiana had Flow Racing Night in America, where Hudson O'Neal would get the win, Tanner English in second, and Tim McCready in third. Devin Moran from 17th to 4th. Devin Moran up on the wheel there at Brownstown. September 26th, the dirt track at IMS. USAC Midgets. Chase McDermott gets the win. Cannon McIntosh in second, and Dason Pursley in third. USAC Sprint Cars, where CJ Leary would get the win, and Dason Pursley in second, and Mitchell Moles in third. September 27th, Boot Hill Speedway and the World of Outlaw late models. Ryan Gustin with the win. Bobby Pearson in second, and Dustin Sorensen in third. Mississippi Thunder IRA. Scott Bogucki gets his first IRA win. Scott Winters in second, and Brenham Crouch in third. Silver Dollar had the Fall Nationals night number 1, where Justin Sanders would get the win. Tanner Carrick in second, and Shane Golbeck in third. September 28th, I-70 Power I-410. Brian Brown with the win. Ayrton Jennington in second, and Kerry Madsen in third. Rocket Raceway Park and the World of Outlaw late models, where Brian Shirley would get the victory. Case Dillard in second, and Tristan Chamberlain from 17th to 3rd, and he was going to be that week's chicken dinner winner. Way to get up front, Tristan Chamberlain. Plymouth Dirt Track IRA, Scotty Thiel, and he not only gets the win, but he's going to be your 2024 IRA champion. Congratulations to the big wheel. Scotty Thiel gets the win. Blake Neiman in second, and Brenham Crouch in third. September 29th, the dirt track at IMS and the BC39. We know it got moved back because of the weather. Glad they got it in. And everybody give me a big yeehaw, because these boys were up on the wheel. The track was heavy, and with all that weather, it had a lot of character. Cannon McIntosh gets the win, and a hell of a charge by Jade Avedizian, who grabbed second place, and Chase McDermott would round out your podium there. October 1st, Atomic was going to have the night. The stars come out with High Limit and Lucas Oil, but unfortunately that was rained out and will not be made up. Looking forward to that already in 2025. October 4th, Circle City had Boss, where Ricky Lewis would get the win, Jake Swanson in second, and Joey Amantia in third. Crate Late Models and Dustin Noby gets the victory. Tyler Neal in second, and Steve Peden in third. In the Super Stocks, Isaiah Sasser gets the victory. Zach Sasser in second, and Lee Hobbs in third. In the Crown Vics, Blake Daniels gets the win. Jeff Roberts in second, and Andrew Brown in third. And in the Pure Stocks, Austin Hunter with the victory. Sheldon Oberly from 8th to 2nd, and Riker Williams rounds out the podium. Finally, in the Hornets, Chris Hillman Jr. gets the win. Cordell Moore in second. Alex Wilson would gather third. Pittsburgh PA Speedway and the Pittsburgh night number 1. Lucas Oil late models. Devin Moran, the Ohio man, the mailman. Devin Moran gets the win. Jonathan Davenport in second, and Ricky Thornton Jr. in third. Max Blair from 17th to 5th. Also at Pittsburgh PA Speedway, the Bill Hendren Memorial and the Rush Late Models. Mason Ziegler from 12th to the win. Dylan Brown in second, and Brandon Burgon in third. In the stock cars, Chris Sneeder gets the win. Steven Shelpman in second, and Nick Kokuba in third. Fairbury and the Mars Late Models. Brian Shirley gets the win. Brandon Shepard in second, and Jason Fager in third. Moeller with the Late Models, and Mike Hildebrand with the victory. Tyler Collins in second, and Todd Brennan in third. Modifieds also on hand, where Matt Hamilton would come from 10th to the win. Joey Kramer in second, and Chris Shannon in third. Sport Mods, Pete Holt gets the win. Dallas Pickleheimer in second, and Gary Griffith in third. Compacts, Jacob Todd with the victory. Christopher Meyer in second, and Kevin McCoy rounds out your podium. And then the Legends, Quade Schoonover gets the victory. Tyler Scott in second, and Lucas Manion in third. Mudlick Valley in the Fall 40, night number 1. It looks like the track was racy. A lot of passing going on with multiple position changes by drivers in all the series there on hand at Mudlick Valley. In the American Ironman Late Model Series, Freddie Carpenter comes away with the win. Seth Daniels in second, and Tim Dome in third. In the Modifieds, Derek Richmond gets the win. Jimmy Lennox in second, and Jason Brookover from ninth to third. Ohio Valley Speedway in the finale in the Valley, night number 1, OVSCA, Chris Myers gets the win. Jacksonville Speedway in the Extreme Midgets, Chase McDermott sets a new track record of 11.814, 11.814 at the quarter mile, breaking his old record of 11.952. 11952 was the old record. The new record by Chase McDermott is 11.814 at the quarter mile in Illinois. And what a wild finish in this race. Teammates Gavin Miller and Ryan Timms get together in turn 4, coming to the checkered flag, and Zach Dahm would take the victory. Zach Dahm gets the win. Chase McDermott in second, and Rylan Gray in third. Talladega Short Track and Hunt the Front, Ethan Dodson gets the win. Trey Mills in second, and Michael Page in third. Texas Motor Speedway in the fall doubleheader, night number 1, with the Power I 410 Outlaws, Aaron Reitzel gets the win. Tanner Thorson in second, and Garrett Williamson in third. Williams Grove in the National Open prelim with the World of Outlaws sprint cars, but before they could get the show in, Stephen King's book, The Mist, came to life, and the fog took over, and they had to move the race to the following night. So you're getting 2 nights there in one at Williams Grove. On October 5th, Atomic and Blocktoberfest, where Steel Block late models would pay a visit, and Zach Milby would get the win. Tyler Riggs in second, and Brad Rickles in third. In the Modifieds, Kenny Johnson gets the win. Dalton Cheney in second, and Brian Whiteman in third. In the Sport Mods, Jeff Conrad gets the win. Blake Sheets in second, and Kenny Johnson in third. Move to Paragon and Boss with Andrew Prather coming away with the victory. Matt Westfall in second, and Jake Scott in third. Pittsburgh, PA Speedway and the Lucas Oil late models for the Pittsburgher 100 and Superman. Jonathan Davenport gets the win. Devin Moran in second, and Max Blair in third. Jacksonville in the Extreme Midgets season finale, where Gavin Miller would get the victory. Cannon McIntosh in second, and Chase McDermott in third. And Cannon McIntosh grabs the Extreme Midget 2024 championship. And while at Jacksonville, even though the Midgets had a heck of a finish the night before, the MOA sprint cars said, hold my beer. Joby Miller felt like making it 2 straight nights of really good finishes there in Illinois. Joby Miller sends it into 3. Coming out of 4, he pinches down on Joel Myers, and they're racing to the line. And Myers gets into some lap cars and gets upside down. And Joby Miller captures the victory. Joby Miller with the win there at Jacksonville in the MOA sprint cars. Montpelier Speedway and the USAC Midwest Thunder Midgets, Michael Magic from 9th to the win. Chet Gerke in second, and Bryce Massengale from 19th to 3rd. Ooh-wee. Way to get up there, Bryce Massengale. In the Super Stocks, James Headley gets the win. Corey Glassburn in second, and Chad Portman in third. A lot of movers in this race. Everyone in the top 7 passed at least 2 or more cars. So, gotta love to see that there at Montpelier, getting things underway and prepping for 2025. In the Street Stocks, James Headley Jr. will get the win. Caleb Hinckley in second, and Dustin Markham in third. In the Hornets, Brian Isley gets the win. Josh Gamblin in second, and Dominic Morehouse in third. Mudlick Valley in the Fall 40, and $10,000 to win for the late models, where Josh Rice would come away with the big check and the victory. Josh Rice gets the win. Derek Fisher in second, and Freddie Carpenter in third. Talladega Short Track, Hunt the Front and Zach Mitchell with the win. Corey Hedgecock in second, and Sam Seawright in third. Texas Motor Speedway in the Fall Double header finale. Power I 410 Outlaws, where Aaron Reitzel gets it done again. Tanner Thorson in second, and Jason Martin in third. Williams Grove in the National Open, the prelim with the World of Outlaws sprint cars. Buddy Kofoid gets the win. Darren Pittman in second, and Chase Dietz in third. And the National Open with the World of Outlaws sprint cars at Williams Grove. Carson Macedo gets it done again, and he wins his second National Open. Congratulations to Carson Macedo. Sheldon Hodshield in second, and Brad Sweet in third. In the North Pole Nightmare, Bill Baylog from 27th to 9th. He's going to be this week's chicken dinner winner. Way to get the elbows up there, Bill. Waynesfield and GLSS, where Nate Dussel gets the win. Max Stanball in second, and Zane Duvall in third. In the Modifieds, the Jedi, Jerry Bowersock gets the win. Dylan Nussbaum in second, and Scotty Williams in third. And Jared Clay with a nice sixth-place finish there at Waynesfield. I think if I heard right, they were out of there before 9. I'm not sure if that's 100% accurate, but I know it was a really good night there at Waynesfield. Glad to see that. Really enjoy going to that track. Can't wait to see what 2025 brings out there as well. As I'm recording this, October 6th, Millstream's going to have GLSS, where Max Stanball and Dustin Daggett are going to duel it out to figure out who's going to be the GLSS Ohio Cat champion, as Stanball holds the lead over Dustin Daggett. Max Stanball's got 1,785 points. Dustin Daggett with 1,783. What a way to wrap up the season there with the GLSS in Millstream. Also, Terre Haute Action Track, the boys with dirt tracks and rib racks. I know they're there for the 100-lapper with the USAC Silver Crown cars.
Woo!
This week's View from the Valley, I want to talk about some points battles and championships. I'd like to have the up-to-date numbers, but I can't find them. I reached out to see if I could get them, and I didn't get an answer in time. Fast and Boss points have not been updated recently. In Fast, Brendan Spillholer was on top, Zane DeVault was in second, and Bobby Elliott was in third. Zane DeVault had a good finish the other night, so I'm not sure. Him and Spillholer were pretty close together in points. I don't know if that puts him and Spillholer even closer together. I believe they were separated by 30 points at the time, and I do not recall seeing Spillholer in the top 10. So that series will come to a close on Saturday, October 12th at Atomic, and I would imagine that Spillholer and DeVault will be battling for that championship. And the Boss, Ricky Lewis had the lead. Corbin Hazlitt was in second, and Rylan Gray was in third. With Ricky Lewis's recent win on the 4th of October at Circle City, he had a big enough lead. I'm certain he has secured the championship there with Boss in 2024. Their last race is going to be Saturday, October 26th at Waynesfield. The 2024 OVSCA champion is going to be Danny Smith, and the Rookie of the Year with OVSCA is going to be Billy Morris. So congratulations to those fellas. 35 Raceway Park champions in the modified division. Mark Dixon gets it. Sport Mods, Eric Kinney second. Mod Lights, Dylan Rittenhouse. And four-cylinder stocks, Charles Dozer. So congratulations, gentlemen, on your championships at 35 Raceway Park. Your 2024 Ohio IMCA Race Saver champion is Chris Miller. And recently, Mudlick Valley Raceway has announced that they will stay under the ownership of the Gent family moving into the 2025 season. That's great news to hear. We're glad to see tracks either staying under the same ownership, promoters stick with the tracks going from shows here and there to weekly shows. All great things we like to see in comparison to some of the tracks that have to shut the gates or some promoters that have to get out of the business. So we've got some good news here going into 2025. And finally, if you didn't catch it, said it before, I'll say it again. Check out the Wing Nation from September 25th with Dave Blaney. A must listen, in my opinion. Wing Nation, of course, always has good stuff, but this stuff with Dave Blaney was very good. Dave even went on to say that he plans to have a sprint car racing at some level in 2025. Who the driver is or what level that is has yet to be determined. And on that note, Dave also mentioned in his interview that him winning the Lou Blaney Memorial was what sent him into retirement. And had he not won that and his brother Dale would have won it, he too would have retired. So it sounds like, although we know the Buckeye Bullet is hanging it up, it sounds like the lowrider isn't far behind.
I'm the tower of power, too sweet to be sour. I'm funky like a monkey. Sky's the limit and space is the place.
Series, teams, drivers, tracks, dirt media. This is your time, and this is your spotlight. Spotlight's on, and this week's spotlight is Montpelier Speedway in Montpelier, Indiana. About an hour and a half northeast of Indianapolis, Montpelier Speedway has a history that dates back to 1903. Originally a half-mile horse track, it even has had a baseball field in the infield of the track at one time. In 1986, it was transformed into the current quarter-mile dirt track that we see today. And although it looked like Montpelier was not going to be open for the 2024 season, the milkman Ryan Sutter stepped in to promote the track, and it looks like they have had a successful 2024 season. They wrap up the 2024 season with the Monster Mash Friday and Saturday, October 25th and 26th, and they look to move forward in 2025.
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers. Oh no.
Racing to come October 7th through the 12th, Oswego Speedway and Super Dirt Week. Dirt car, big block modifieds, 358 modified, Sportsman and Pro stocks are going to be on hand. Looks like a really cool week. You guys got to check it out. Go to the website. Look at all the stuff they have going on around this week. Super Dirt Week, Oswego Speedway, October 7th through the 12th. That from golf outings to cornhole tournaments to concerts and DJs and, of course, dirt racing. It sounds like a good time to me. October 8th, I-70 High Limit's going to be there. October 9th, Lucas Oil Speedway, and a Diamond Classic with High Limit. October 11th, Benton Speedway and ASCS. Brownstown had the CJ Rayburn Memorial with Lucas Oil late models. Fremont's going to have late models, trucks, and stock cars. Kokomo and the Kokomo Clash, the 18th edition Dave Darling Classic with non-wing 410, IMCA Race Savers, and stock cars. Lawrenceburg and the Greg Staub Memorial with USAC Sprints, stocks, and Hornets. Moeller Raceway with late models, Riverside International Speedway with USCS, Skyline Speedway, and the Harvest 50 Night Number 1, 410 Sprints, late models, modifieds, and sport mods. Texas Motor Speedway is going to have High Limit. October 12th, Atomic and the Fall Brawl with Fast and IMCA 305 Sprints, as well as modifieds and sport mods. Brownstown and the Jackson 100 finale with Lucas Oil late models. Goods Raceway is running Kokomo and the Kokomo Clash, the 18th edition XR Super Series late models, modified stock cars, and Hornets. Lawrenceburg and the Fall Nationals and the USAC Sprints, and $20,000 to win. Modifieds on hand as well. Lincoln Speedway and the Keystone Showdown with the all sprint cars. Skyline Speedway and the Harvest 50 finale. Late models are going to get $1,530 to lead the 30th lap and $5,000 to win. Modifieds, 4 cylinders, and sport mods will also be on hand. And Texas Motor Speedway and the season finale for High Limit. That wraps up this week's episode. We'll just have to keep moving to the front, one lap at a time.
Goodbye. Mwah, and good night, bang.
Thanks for listening to the Dirt Court Jesters podcast. Give us a like, give us a follow, give us a shout out. Let your friends know on X and YouTube as well at Dirt Court Jester. And we hope to see you guys at the track.